Not sure what you're referring to there. 737. Yeah, I'm not a big Zelda fanatic. You know, Zelda, it's funny because I started with Pokemon, so that was the big expansive game for me. So when I saw Zelda and how huge it was, I was like, I don't know if I really want to get into that. It's a lot of time to be devoting to two major systems of Nintendo. Ah, crap. I want to read that and missed it. That's interesting, that ship, but I don't know how conclusive that is. Iron defense. Yeah, you could. It's nice to have explosion, but the thing is with explosion is that a lot of the times when you've messed up so badly that they'll kill you before you get an explosion off. That's what ends up happening to me anyway all the time. And Pharaoh Seed is a very strong Pokemon in walliness, so I'd go Iron Defense. Alright, I will search that after this live cast. Put it in. Oh no! You see my Chrome right now instead of Pokemon. Oh well. I'm just gonna paste that and pause it. Project Cafe. Huh. I'm intrigued. Alright, so, you know, that was it was a good bit of me ranting and rambling there about different ideas. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to show you that video. It's funny when I see the chat realizing in my mind that there's a lag, and yeah, it's funny. So anyway, it's come full circle back to Pokemon, talking about EV training. So what better time than now to talk about EV training a Zoroark. So for Zoroark, it's got a special ability that only Zorua shares with it, and that is Illusion. And what Illusion will do is allow you to transform into, but just as an illusion, not actually transform, but have the image of the last Pokemon that's in your party. So, this is a very vital trick to use in the EV realm. What I would do with Zoroark is put it at a modest nature, max out its special attack and its speed abilities, because it does have, when you look at its stats, its base stats are not really that impressive, but the illusion ability makes it a very fun Pokemon, something to work and warp people's minds and make them uneasy when you're just messing around. But the way that you got to do it, since it doesn't have incredible base stats, is go for hard hitting. And with Illusion, you want them to be baited to attack a Pokemon that will be either weak to Zoroark's types or not even effective. So in my mind, I would suggest having Spiritomb be added to your EV team, which is overall a very, very good supporter with Will-O-Wisp, Embargo, and other moves that I could do a follow-up for next week and tell you how to raise a good Spiritomb supporter, because it has great defense and special defense stats. But it has the advantage of not being affected by fighting types, which is the only weakness that Zoroark has. So nobody's going to dare try and hit what they think is a Spiritomb in the beginning of the match with a fighting move, so you're safe there. And then there's the Ghost and Dark. And, you know, you could be hit with another range of things, but the idea is that you bait your opponent into wanting to attack that Spiritomb quickly to get it out of there. So, I would suggest giving it the moves Nasty Plot. Let's see, Nasty Plot, I wrote it down. Nasty Plot, Night Daze, which it learns at level 64, has a power of 85, it's a special attack, and it's Dark. And I think at Night Daze, I might be wrong. Yeah, I'm probably wrong to say that Zoroark's the only one who can learn that. So Night Daze, and then you have a few options open, depending upon what your team is. you have a few options open for TMs that you could teach Zoroark. He can learn, I would choose between these three: Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, and Focus Blast. Depending on your team, whether you have a good fire type or if you're lacking in a good fighting type, you're going to want to do that. And the idea with this Pokemon is that you start out using Nasty Plot, and hopefully your opponent doesn't attack you. Hopefully he leaves the illusion up. And once you have raised your special attack one stage, then you... because Spiritomb overall is not a fast Pokemon. So it's going to be surprising when it goes first. Maybe they'll catch on after that, but still, it's very good. You could have the possibility of baiting them into attacking you with one of the weak moves that would be slightly effective for Spiritomb, but not even phasing Zoroark. It's kind of a hard Pokemon to use and keep out for battle for very long, but you could work with it. You might even want to, and you may or may not. It depends what you come into contact with. If you see a Pokemon that you know it's going to be leveled up in stages, somebody's going to raise its power, maybe go ahead and give it 2 Nasty Plots. 2 stages up in Nasty Plot, and then go for the attack, whatever's going to be most effective. You're going to also get the same type attack bonus, or boost, whatever it is, from Night Daze, which is a dark type move. And I've never actually seen Night Daze, but it sounds like a pretty badass move. So, if anybody has any questions about Zoroark, please post them now. Does Mold Breaker affect Pokemon? I don't actually know. That's a great question because I don't know what Levitator does. Or is that Levitate? Yeah, I've been playing Black off camera, but my cartridge game. I've been playing this. What you guys are seeing is the emulator. And I have a separate file for that saved on the computer. But I got the ROM from this cartridge, so I'm going to show you guys later on how to do that. Hopefully later on this week. This is how we roll on PokeChat, man. I mean, it's just all about the conversation, what kind of things we can talk about, and if it's appropriate, we'll roll into it, you know, whatever the transitions are. But Zoroark was kind of the last thing on our list to do, so do you think we'll get it here in the States? So, yeah, probably. I'm saying it's a good chance we'll get that Zoroark. And I'm saying that because people who just picked up Black and White and weren't there for any of the subsequent games on DS, the past generation games, they're going to want to get Zoroark when they start seeing it. And the only other way to do that is if you had those and got the Celebi or Legendary Dog trio events. So I do believe they'll do it again. I could bleed the world, comrade. Are you kidding me? I don't think people would be upset to it. I may have very many, how you say, different ideas about the world, but, hey, when you run by this kind of voice, how could you deny, you know? I'm all about the fun. That would be completely redundant if you sent out a Zoroark with another Zoroark, because then what's the point of having the illusion ability? You might as well just be Zoroark. But something that could be cool if you guys are ever in a match where you're not limited to having multiple Pokemon, if you had 2 Zoroarks on your team, and you had one thrown out, you'd have the initial one first start out being Spiritomb, do massive amounts of damage and special attack with whatever attack you have to use that's going to be most effective. And then switching out to another Spiritomb, which the person will then think, okay, this must be the Spiritomb, there's no way he has another Zoroark. And then just fuck with him and it'd be an actual Zoroark. It'd be funny. My 3DS friend code, that's a good question. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I have to do this because it's been a while and there are some things, rules and stipulations I have to add to my description box for YouTube. But fairly soon I'm going to edit that data and I'm going to put my 3DS friend code there. So whether you're watching this in live stream now or on YouTube later, go to my channel, check the description, and my 3DS friend code will be there. All you have to do is post it in the channel comments and I'll add you, and eventually we'll be friends whenever you get around to adding me. That would be funny. Alright guys, so that seems to be... I haven't added many people on black and white yet. Yeah, I should probably add that to my description too. Just because it'd be a lot easier, but as soon as I start doing that, people constantly PM me to battle them, and it's just never a, yeah, I did add you, but you're... I'm kidding, but I added you because you were from the live stream of Ocarina of Time. But the thing with that is, I constantly get PMs as it is to battle and trade, and that's one of the rules that I'm going to be posting is no PMing for battles or trades. I hate being spammed with that. I want to battle you guys, but I just don't have the time, and it's really, really difficult sometimes with people's timing. Well, how about this? Electroshock, you can PM me, and then I'll add you. So that'll work. There we go. Boom. In the live cast, added. People on YouTube will be watching this like, oh, we gotta go to the live cast to get added in DeoGenZ's thing? Yeah, that's what happens. Only the real fans are added. I know that a live cast on Friday can sometimes be unreasonable for Pokemon, or for people. See? Calling people Pokemon. That's how you know it's getting too late, guys. Alright, well, it's been a fun live cast, guys. I'm DeoGenZ. This has been great. This has been an awesome live cast. Best one yet. Very dynamic and no troubles technical-wise. So this will be uploaded, I guess, an hour or so. And I'll see you guys in my future videos. More PokePark Wii should be coming next week. And Big Trip Fate should be done tomorrow. Okay, peace out, guys.